Okay, what are you doing there, pal? You doing good things? Anybody want to get rid of this for me? Perhaps. Maybe not. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay. Yo, everybody. Generikb here. Welcome back to another episode. Oxygen not included. My people are sleeping. Thank you guys for the support on the last couple episodes. You guys are absolute gems. I love this game. This game I am going to do quite a bit of until I feel like we've explored it fully. Just to let you guys know, this is not a series that's going to go away because I am really, really addicted to it. But this is pre-release alpha. There's a couple things I wanted to talk about before we start the actual episode. One is right now there's not really a good way to self-sustain your base. They don't have that in place, but as part of the development roadmap. Keep in mind, it's pre-release alpha. You guys weren't even supposed to have this. They just were going to give it to a few people, right? So let that be known. The reason I'm saying that there's not really self-sufficient, so this thing produces oxygen out of algae and water. As soon as you run out of either algae or water, it's game over, right? This guy uses, I put one in just so we could get some low pressure in here. This just takes algae and turns it into oxygen. That uses algae. So you're gonna have a bad time if you run out of algae. So over here, there's this stuff called slime. You can make a thing that converts slime into algae. That's fine. But then when you run out of slime, you're screwed. And then, there's only so much water, and your people need to drink water and need water in order to make the food. If you run out of water, you're gonna die because there's no way to magically make water yet. Okay, just want to keep that in mind. But today, we are going to expand a little bit over here on the base. We've got this carbon dioxide that we need to bring down and have these things take care of. And I want to get a food system in place. Right now we've got just a few of these little guys, and it's not doing anybody any favors. And then we have one of these microbe mushers, but we can do way better than that, way better than that. And so that's what I want to do today. I also have my outhouse. There's an outhouse over here and an outhouse over there. They're just kind of haphazard. I want to put them in such a place that we can take a zip hoop, the contaminated soil, and bring it over to a fertilizer place, a compost, make the fertilizer, and make it all a little bit better, easier, okay? So that's what we're gonna do, but first things first, let's look in our prioritize. Like we did in the last episode, all of this oxygen production is at 9. Our food production is at 8. Our research stuff is at 7. And then if we want anything else to happen that's... Oh, my mouse. Come here, you stupid. If we want anything else to happen a little bit above normal, then we set it to 6. That's what I want to do here. I just want to go... And I want them to dig that out. In order to do so, I think they'll be able to reach that from here. No, it says unreachable. So we're going to take a tile and we're going to build it right there. And we're going to say prioritize and make that a 6 as well. Okay, let's get to running. I've got this thing going on full blast. So the other thing, that I know we need to do, if you look over here, my algae is down to 642 kilograms total. That's bad. That is a no bueno. So what I want to do with that is I want to go down here and let's see, I'll build kind of down that way. And then I'm going to, where's my digger? I'm going to take, because there's a lot of algae here, so we're going to be good on that. I'm going to take it and I'm going to go, well, let's just get the algae part first. Ba-boom. So we'll do something like that. Just get the algae. Anything else is good. Dirt, sand will fall down. That's fine. No, that's okay for right now. Okay. So they're going to sleep. Wake up, I tell you. These little things are, hey, you should pick these up and do something with them. Sweep them. And I've made these little guys, these storage compactors. One of them I just have full of random stuff. And the other one I have, here, I'm gonna slow this down just a little bit. And the other one, right now I've got the soil, the organic stuff. So that's the contaminated dirt, algae and stuff like that. And seeds, so that's what goes in there. Okay, so he's about to build this thing. And then someone's gonna be digging. let's get digging here. Are you about to do it? Okay, delivered a mush bar, and I'm really curious to see what happens now. Get to digging. Here, blue, and a blue. Oh, come on now, get it. You know what? Someone harvest this thing, and someone harvest. Oh, all these. Hello. Okay, and get to working. Who's gonna do it? Who's gonna fill them shoes? Who's about to tear this up? Come on. Here he is. And I want to see it happen. So all of this, the oxygen is coming up. You see how this works? And then the carbon dioxide is going to slowly come down, but then it'll come down in here. Life will be pretty good. Yeah. So it's just like slowly making its way. That's perfect. That is perfect. Okay. Let's get out of this. And what I want to do, you can see I've got all this built out. I think this will be a good spot for having our farm. So let's just look and see. I want to go. Let's count and see how many of these were. If I can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, that sounds good. Why not, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. That's how I want to do it. That's how we want things to happen. And then we're going to do something like that. We're going to grab some ladders. And, uh-oh. Okay, so after they get rid of that guy, then they'll dig it. Stuff like that. All right, that's good. And then we will tear out all of that stuff right to that point. That seems like a plan to me, my man. As far as prioritization, let us go ahead and say I want this to be a bigger priority than the other stuff. There we go. So that way, when they're not taking care of all the stuff that they need to take care of, they'll be down here building and digging, which is important. Yes, get that stuff, baby. We'll have, okay, what is work pending? Okay, let's cancel. We have a lot of the lice, so now I'm gonna do that. See, it takes, the mush bars take more water, so if we could get these guys create the meal lice, the more of these we can actually get going, the better, because then we won't have to worry about like using our dirt and using too much water. I am going to do just a little bit of, let's see, deconstruct. I'm going to deconstruct that. You know, get it, boy. And so they'll take that and they'll just put whatever the resources are back into their storage. They're doing their little thing here. Okay, and while we're doing it, I guess we'll also, let's tear that guy out and dig that much and that much. Okay, I'm gonna let them do their thing, and once we've got this little bit built out, then I will be right back. All right, so they've done a fair amount of digging. Let's slow them down a little bit. Slow your roll, man. I tore out this, and I've got a few more of these little farming things going. Now you look at the oxygen and such, we seem to be doing pretty good. A lot of the carbon dioxide has gone down into this little area, which I'm perfectly fine with. That's completely fine. I want to do a little bit of prioritization, and let's go ahead and get these guys going. Yeah, let's do all of that. That way we can hop up and down, and actually, let's make these be the next ones that they do. Yeah, okay. So that way they'll do a little dig job. They'll come through. As far as research goes, we've actually learned quite a lot now. So we've got all of the basics. We've got the farming tech, terrarium, compost, planter box. I won't go through every little thing, but basically we know how to pump some gases, which we'll have to do that here in a little bit. We know how to pump some liquid, which is really, really nice. Power regulation, we've got the basics of power, which we haven't really touched on quite yet, but we're going to need to pretty soon. And then canvas, or interior decor, which is used to increase the, or reduce the stress of are duplicants. But right now, the guy with the highest stress is Shanae Jones. At 5%, we're doing amazing. We're doing really, really well. So right now I am, for the mid-tier stuff, we've learned the sanitation things, so make our life a little bit cleaner. I'll probably eventually do that especially with this airlock. I'll explain what I'm going to do with that in a minute. We've learned these percolation, so how to convert slime into algae, really, really nice and important. An electrolyzer. So if we had a bad time of oxygen, but we found a whole lot of water, we could use that to produce oxygen. Like if we suddenly found ourselves with not much algae at all, but we had water, we could do that. And then a water purifier, which we're gonna need pretty soon. And then I'm working on this stuff, so an air scrubber. We could do that instead of the algae things. And I think that this might take power instead of algae to run, so maybe that'll be like kind of an in-game solution for getting rid of our carbon dioxide. A gas filter, which is kind of neat, so you can like only pump out like the bad gas if that's what you need. I think it's kind of cool. And then a liquid filter, which is also pretty nifty. After this gets all sorted out, I think the next thing I want to attempt on is the fine dining, because then that'll allow us to make a cooking station and a little bit more better of a fertilizer maker and stuff like that. Because once we can make under plumbing these lavatories. But those guys, I won't put one in quite yet. But as you notice, it's got an in and an out. So you pump in water and it'll pump out contaminated water. And that's how those guys will work. And then of course we can clean up that and make it like good water again. I've got a plan for that, but that's gonna be a little bit more kind of in-game type thing. But right now, let's go meal seeds. We're gonna go mealwood seeds and mealwood seeds. So now we've got, I think that's like 10. That should be pretty good for right now. I've got this one running full time. It would be nice if we had the ability. Oh, I wonder if we can do this. If under food, under this guy, if we put, okay, it kind of would make better sense if we put it over there, huh? I forgot that this thing took power. Okay, well you know what? That may not be so bad. What if we do this? What if we deconstruct these two, and instead we put 2 more planter boxes right there. Set the priority. Oh, I guess it'll automatically do it. Let's try something here. Priority, let's say 7. There's no number on it, so I don't know how that necessarily works. Okay, what are you doing there, pal? You doing good things? Anybody want to get rid of this for me? Perhaps, maybe not. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, so now those are gone. We can put in the microbe flusher. And here's my thinking on this. This may work. If we then put the power, take some electrical wire, and go like that. People told me I can put the electrical wire in the tiles. Yes, I know I can. The main reason I'm not is because I'm not 100% sure that this is the ultimate place where I want everything to be set up. Plus, if you ever want to move the wire, you can't just select, as far as I can tell, you can't just select the wires and say get rid of it. Unless, by some chance, that did it. And you could just get it. Yeah, see how it says ladder and electric, and you hit deconstruct? It's just gonna hit the ladder. I can't get, oh, there it goes. So I could do that, but it just takes a little while. Okay, I don't know. That's fine. What if I got selected? Temperature. Everything's fine with temperature. Prioritization. Let's go ahead and set those. I want those to be built today. Make it happen, people. And then what I'm thinking, if food is set as an 8, I would rather that they... Oh, let's set these guys up. I would rather that they make the meal lice bars than the microbe mushers, but I don't want to have food just be completely dead in the water if there's no mealwood to harvest. So what I'm thinking is what we could probably do is set this one to be the meal lice, and yeah, is this working? Are we good? I think so. And then have it where this one's a higher priority, and she'll run it until she can't if there's no food, and then she'll go as a backlog and work on the microbe musher. I think that'll work just fine. We're gonna give it a try right now. And hit it, baby. Make it work. Oh, right at the wrong time, man. Time for... Oh, you took care of business. Okay, so, like this one... Okay, let's pause it for a minute. This one, I want you to fabricate lice loaf all the time. Okay? And this one, you're going to do mush bars all the time. But, if we set the priorities, I'm now going to set... This one is 8, and this one is 7. And then in conjunction, as far as cooking... See, Gammy Fitz is the only one who can cook. I really need a better cook, actually. But since she's the only one that can cook, then she'll be in charge of one of those two. I think that'll work out fine. Now, what I'm wondering about, so yeah, there's compost person, research power, harvest, to pick the food from the plants. But here's what's interesting to me. The person who, like, you have to tell it every time. Like, it's not an automatic thing. I have to actually sit there and tell it to harvest. I kind of wish that it was an automatic thing. What does this now say? Insufficient resources. Okay, sure. Now the final thing I want to do here is I want to put a storage device. Storage compactor, and I'm gonna place that like right here, and then let's set that. I want that like right now. Give it to me right now. Okay, and then let's speed it up so they'll build it. Get building. Hello, if you know what's good for you. And a kaplunk. Okay, and so here I want to set it to. Let's see, under organic, I want contaminated dirt, which is like basically the poop. I want fertilizer, and I want, that's it. Oh, and seeds. I want mealweed seeds in here. Anything else? I think that's it that I want. And so what I'll do in the next episodes, right now I'm just gonna leave it as is as far as like having the outhouse here. I may take this composter and I may tear this out a little bit more and put the composter. Maybe, we'll see. But I gotta think about it, because what I need to do next is I need to get a system in place. Our water is starting to run out. We've got a lot of water over here, but it's contaminated. We have a lot of oxygen over here, but it's contaminated. And over here, we've got a lot of contaminated water. We need a system in order to convert this stuff before we really grow our base that much more. I think what I'll probably do is maybe tap in just for the moment. Dig down here, so we'll grab ourselves the ladder, and I might do something like just like that for the moment. You know what? Is there options? You know what? I'll cancel that for a minute. I always forget to look at this, and it's really important. You can pick what you want. So like sandstone. Man, let's make a sandstone ladder for right now, especially since it's temporary. So we'll do something like that. These guys will make that, and I'll set the priority on that to 6. They'll come down and they'll grab that water. But we need to set up a system, a central system, for two things. One where we can suck in contaminated water and then pump out clean water into a tank. And then one where we can suck in contaminated oxygen, scrub it, and then send it over into our base if we need be. So before we do that, I kind of want to seal off this entire thing so we know that we've got a clean room, sort of a good base, that we know that regardless, if we open up this thing, we're not going to have ourselves a super bad time because our base is going to be all contained. You know what I mean? All right, so fellas, that's going to do it for me for this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, definitely be sure and leave a like. I love you guys so much. You guys are amazeballs. Next episode, we'll do some oxygen scrubbing, I think. Or no, we'll do some water scrubbing for sure. But that's doing it for me. Until next time, take care. Brush your hair. I'll see you when I see you. Peace. Brush your hair.